Welcome back. Well, new at 9, a lot of us struggled just to go for a short walk, right? Well, one veteran is taking it up a notch. He's hiking from New York to Central Florida, raising money for a good cause. I just asked him how many days or cities. He said, well, 22 miles a day is what he plans to average. And joining us right now is Marine veteran and author T. Shane Johnson, along with his beautiful daughter, Charlie. She's 4, and she's precious. Great to have you. Thanks for coming. Thanks for coming. Will you shake my hand, Charlie? Thank you. So nice to have you here. How proud are you of your daddy? He's the best, right? He's the best. All right, so T-Shane, I want to talk to you about this journey because you have been through some rough patches in your life, and that has led you to where you are today. And I understand the first rough patch, you were in a very serious motorcycle accident when you were in the Marine Corps. Tell me about what happened.
Yeah, so I was actually stationed in Camp Pendleton. This is about 2000, rolling into 2001, and I was targeted by a specific gang at that time, and I was hit by a car, and I caught the corner of a brick house at about 45 miles an hour across my chest. I ended up breaking my chest in half, all of my ribs, cut all my major organs, my collarbone, my shoulder blade, my hand, lacerated the left side of my bicep, lost about 4 pints of blood, had to walk 2 blocks to a fire station, and flatlined out 3 times, and yeah, that's pretty much it.
It's scary. Your dad is the one who really kind of forced you to pull yourself up out of that situation.
Yes, ma'am.
Tell me why he was instrumental.
Well, my dad was a single dad raising 3 of us. My younger brother was blind and mentally handicapped, and we lived out in the middle of nowhere in Arcadia, and he was just a hardworking guy, and it always inspired me to be a better father and be better in life and work hard. So he said I didn't have the opportunity to quit, like the Marine Corps. So
wow.
Yeah.
And then in 2008, you had a great job. You were living the high life, right? And then the economy collapsed, and that had a huge impact on you. Tell me what happened.
Yes, ma'am. So I owned a mortgage company. I've been in the mortgage business for the last 17 years, and then really kind of converted it into entrepreneurship. Opened up my first mortgage company, and we did really well. And then, of course, 2008 happened, and our business just kind of dissipated. And I had to really learn then the difference between doing mortgages and what truly it is to be an entrepreneur and adapt and change that business model.
You found yourself homeless for a while, and that really changed your perspective on a lot of things, especially with veterans. Tell me how that really impacted you.
Well, I think the normal narrative of the veteran community is that, it seems to me anyways, is that it's kind of a weaker thing. It's something you kind of whisper more. It's like, oh, veterans. Whereas I felt that, being a Marine and, the branch I can speak for, is that it taught me all the things that I need to get out of adversity. It's the best leadership training, the best opportunity to learn from, adapt, overcome, improvise. So, once I went through that experience, I knew that it was important for me to take those same principles, apply them, and then 3 years later, I built 3 companies at over $40 million a year in sales.
Wow. So part of your foundation, part of what you're doing is you're taking buses and transforming them as a place for veterans to do what?
Yeah, so the project, so that was the beginning part of the project. Okay. It's evolved over the last 4 years, but initially the objective was to take transit buses, gut them, turn them into mobile shower and bathroom and laundry facilities. What we found is that when I went across the country, this is my 4th year doing this, and we engaged with the homeless, we engaged with the veteran community, and with the community alike, we noticed that there were a lot more issues, and it started to go back towards the leadership side. We started saying, how is it that they're getting here? How are the veterans running into these issues? How is the community getting in this direction? And what about the little ones? And what kind of impact are they, feeling from all of this?
Right.
And I started peeling it back, and which led into our 4th year tour of just really talking about leadership and, family values. And that was the key point.
So now you have the hike, and you, in your book, you talk about looking for your why. And I want to bring Charlie in because she's your why. Tell me how that really changed your life.
Well, I don't know. Being a dad of a little girl is something that I think is probably the most amazing thing I've ever experienced in my life. I mean, I'm fortunate. My daughter's such a great kid. We're best buddies. And I think what I'm doing now has nothing to do with my own personal side of stuff. I think it really comes down to I want her to have a better world to live in, and if it can start with dads and fathers, I think dads are kind of dropping the ball now. So I think that if we can get out there and kind of take action, do a little bit more, be a little bit more, and lead by example, we can create more value for our women and teach them that they're important, they're beautiful in their own way. We always say, what do we say? We say, makeup doesn't make us beautiful. What makes us beautiful? Yourself. You got it, right? So we know that that's what's important, is that it's all about her, and she's already perfect. We don't need something else to make her more.
Yes, she is. Yeah. Charlie, how did Daddy do? Did he do a good job? He was awesome, wasn't he? T-Shane, how can folks find out about your journey, and where can they go to learn more about what you're doing?
Yes, ma'am. So hikeacrossamerica.com.
Okay.
They can see everything about what we're doing this year, all of our cities, our tours. Obviously, we're raising funds for the Gary Sinise Foundation, over $1 million this year to help wounded veterans.
We love him. We've had him on the show. Such a great guy.
Great.
So yeah. So what a worthy and wonderful cause to be a part of. So again, tell them what the website is.
Hikeacrossamerica.com.
Hikeacrossamerica.com. Charlie, thank you. Great job. Thanks, T-Shane.
Yes, ma'am. My pleasure.
Thank you so much
Thank
for
you.
everything you're doing.
Yeah, my pleasure.
Incredible story.